takes primary responsibility for cooking, cleaning, and managing the household. Yeah, I like to cook. Okay, sue me.
Nara Smith, back in the news cycle. No, not because she's doing something crazy like making cereal from scratch or promoting raw milk consumption.
I'm not a huge fan of cookies. These hit the spot with some cold raw milk.
Again, this time it's because she's denying the hand she played in the conservative tradwife pipeline. As if subliminal messaging isn't a thing, and we don't all know the saying, actions speak louder than words. Like, yes, behind the camera, Nara Smith is a married woman who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. But that has no bearing on the Susie homemaker image that she fed her susceptible audience for years. If that's not really her, then some may call that deceptive marketing. And unfortunately, in the age of the influencer, it is a very common marketing tactic. So what can be done about this? And how can you protect yourself from being influenced by the beauty of the aesthetic? I'll answer those questions and more on today's episode of The Beauty Files, Chapter 1, Immaculate Deception. In my last video, I did use some of Nara Smith's videos as examples of the tradwife aesthetic that dominated TikTok. But what most people don't know is that Nara Smith's older content did consist of a lot of cooking videos as well. But they were more casual and narrated in her natural tone of voice.
Hi guys, let's make a kale and white bean salad with lentils. So I cooked some lentils and then just seasoned the salad. Hi guys, let's cook together. I think it's gonna be easy, but I saw this with oil, garlic, pepper, and then let's just finish it off with some garlic sauce. Ingredients: kale, green cabbage, parsley. Welcome to another What I Eat in a Day. I start my juice. I don't juice every day. I actually haven't juiced in the day, but today I had a grain-free. Here's what my toddlers and I eat in a day. They're really yummy as well. So I made that, and then me to get them olives and apple chips. That's what I did. And
not that whisper tone that requires a good squint to understand her.
When I asked my husband what he wanted for lunch today, he said he wasn't too hungry. And all he wanted was a small Caesar salad with some protein.
But her videos weren't really taking off, at least not until she started allegedly stealing other creators' recipes and taking on the persona of a 1950s housewife. I say allegedly because I'm not trying to get a homemade cease and desist letter like that other creator. This is when people got to know her, when she became this aesthetic, quiet, and beautiful homemaker character. Now, some of you might say, so people aren't allowed to dress up online anymore? Not if dressing up consists of spreading conservative conspiracy theories by promoting drinking raw milk over pasteurized milk or using homemade sunscreen that doesn't even work to avoid those nasty chemicals. Or worse, associating with another fake trad wife, where the wife gave up her ballerina dreams and her love for New York to birth and raise 9 kids and sell non-FDA approved milk from a dirty, poorly maintained farm. Now it's 2026 and Nara is ready to do a complete 180.
Prioritize being a homemaker. I'm a working mom. Like, I am out in LA. I travel a lot. Primary caregiver for my kids? No. My husband and I split it 50-50. So that doesn't really work, right? Takes primary responsibility for cooking, cleaning, and managing the household. Yeah, I like to cook. Okay, sue me. I like to cook. My husband burns everything apart from a good steak, so he'll do that. But I like cooking, so I'm doing it. Household and cleaning, he does the dishes. I don't touch the dishes. There's no way you're going to see me washing and scrubbing the dishes. Also, he cleans our house. So that doesn't make any sense. Supports the husband's role as the primary breadwinner. No, we both work. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like, I provide for our family.
Gaslighting us in the process while at the same time promoting her new cookbook, where she's playing the same Susie homemaker character that got her in trouble in the first place.
Nara Smith has to rebrand because she doesn't sell food. Let's take a look at some female chefs who actually do sell food, and you tell me if you can see the difference. Rachel Ray from 30 Minute Meals, yes. Ina Garten, the Barefoot Contessa, yes. Nigella Lawson, Show Me That Pasta, yes. Notice how in all of these cookbook covers with these female chefs, the food is the center of attention and it's the focus. And back to Nara Smith. What kind of fucking food are you selling? I can't even get a good look at it. It's so freaking small. Like, look, let's look at what you got. You got sunny side up eggs. You have milk and a bowl of cereal. You have orange juice. And that little bit of French toast in the corner, I can't even get a look at it because that fucking handkerchief is blocking part of the view. And a fucking chicken on the table. A chicken that is supposed to be defeathered and deboned and cooked. I don't want him alive. Like, what are you selling here? Like, notice how the food is not the focus of attention.
No
Okay?
one thought Nara Smith was an actual tradwife. None of you girls are. That's part of the critique. Because tradwives don't have ring lights or Vogue spreads. But the character she's playing, the image she's selling, the brand she's profited from, it romanticizes the 1950s tradwife aesthetic. The put-on soft voice, the 1950s silhouettes and styling, even her husband Lucky and his weird toothpick. There's nothing in her content that says it's satirical or ironic, or there's no cultural critique. And I mean, there doesn't have to be. But at the very least, if you look at her style of content as art, you can't separate art from the cultural context in which it exists. And if the vast majority of people are interpreting your art a certain way, then one of two things is true. Either your messaging genuinely isn't landing the way you intend it to or think it is, which is on you as the artist to adjust. You're the one constructing the visual and tonal aspects of the content. Or the messaging is landing exactly as designed, and it was a deliberate aesthetic and commercial choice you were willing to lean into while building your platform, which just so happened to rise to virality through 2024, the same year we watched a winning presidential campaign, built in part on messaging about women returning to the home, about traditional family structure, and the rolling back of gender and reproductive rights. But then it's 2026 and the pendulum starts to swing. So you go on Call Her Daddy, you use your real voice, and you say it's bizarre that you've been made the poster child for the tradwife movement, which it's not you, it's Ballerina Farm, but you're second. As if this is something that was simply put onto you. Everybody knows you don't personally live a traditional life, but is there still complicity in selling a highly stylized product of 1950s domesticity, collaborating with other tradwife coded creators, profiting from it for years, and then trying to distance yourself from it as the culture changes? I'm not sure if it's up to her to decide. I think it might be up to the audience.
As this character is not your real life, and majority of people don't like the ideology or messaging this character promotes, why keep playing it? The funny thing is, she is not the only one who plays a character to sell a dream and make a profit. Many people do this, even celebrities. Chapter 2, the It Girl persona. Take Hailey Bieber, for example. Hailey Bieber is the casually aesthetic, effortlessly curated it girl for a lot of young girls and young women in a certain demographic. I mean, who wouldn't want to be her? She's living the Wattpad dream. Of course, she's just naturally cool and perfect. I have to do everything she does if I want to be just as perfect and get the celebrity man of my dreams. Right?
Wrong answer, forehead.
Mrs. Bieber is a businesswoman, and her marketing strategy? Free promo from obsessed fans and impressionable young girls. Take the sushi mask trend, for example.
Last year, Hailey Bieber went viral for eating sushi with the COSRX face mask, and people went out of their way to not just buy sushi, but purchase that exact face mask. This feels like deja vu because now she's applying that same level of influence and power to her own product. She picks up a comb. The comb is the prop. An absurd one, yes, but it creates curiosity. It's easy to replicate, and it gets people posting. And once people start posting about combing their own masks on, that becomes organic marketing, driven by the people, not the brand. And the trend doesn't feel complete without that specific mask. It's the same way that sushi face mask trend didn't feel truly complete without the COSRX mask. The product then becomes a non-negotiable part of the bit. Everyone wants to be part of the road universe, and the comb is just the entry point back to it.
Or the $500 Miu Miu headband incident.
Here's Hailey Bieber. This was her at the World Cup. She's wearing this headband, and you might think, oh, first of all, I recognize that. Y2K, a lot of her stuff, interestingly, is Y2K. A lot of what these celebrities do is, I think, intentionally, by the way, Y2K. I have a theory about this. So this was her at the World Cup. And then immediately we have people trying to recreate Hailey Bieber's World Cup look. Okay. And we're going out and getting the same headbands. And we're like, oh my God, Hailey Bieber's bringing it back. Well, guess what? This headband is part of a partnered campaign with Miu Miu. Yeah, which, by the way, Miu Miu had partnered with Kylie Jenner last year. Now they're working with Hailey Bieber. This is a $500 plus headband. All of these effortless, cool, chic style moments, they don't happen in a vacuum. She's wearing this because she's got a collaboration with this, and she knows it's a high visibility event, and she's going to be seen. She's going to get pictures taken. People are going to want to recreate it, and they're going to want to go out. And it's like, This is an opportunity to market. Okay, when you're seeing celebrities, it's usually a time where they want to be seen and they're being strategically seen, if that makes sense. So again, she is selling this headband. And then we have people like, only Hailey Bieber would have me contemplating dropping $500 on a headband.
As you can see, a lot of these influencers and celebrities are very aware their audience is easily influenced by them, and they use it to their advantage. Now, I personally don't have a problem with someone building an audience and profiting off of said audience, as long as it doesn't contribute a net negative to society, or whatever you're selling is actually something of value. Unlike these two situations here, where the marketing is a bit deceptive, selling a lifestyle, a fantasy, is not a smart long-term strategy, because once people find out who you really are, everything falls apart. So what does that mean for us as consumers? Well, we can't control what influencers do, but we can control whether or not we are influenced by them. Activate those critical thinking skills, guys. So the next time you see a video of someone looking so beautiful and aesthetic, you just can't help but ask, how did they do it? Take a pause and ask yourself, what are they trying to sell me? Or who are they trying to sell me to? This will save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of heartache. Trust me. Wait. I know you weren't just about to click off this video. If you want to participate in the behind the scenes conversations that lead to the creation of these video essays, please join my Substack. It'll be linked down in the description below. With my Substack, you will get the opportunity to have discussions with me and even get a shout out in the videos for supporting me. Also, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all my social media for more content. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me, especially for supporting my first video in 3 years. I did not expect it to do so well, and I'm forever grateful to my viewers and my subscribers. You guys are amazing. You are the light of my life, the star in my sky, okay? I know this video was kind of short, but I really just wanted to continue the momentum of us having these lovely discussions with each other. So please continue to engage. I'll see you next week for another episode of The Beauty Files. And remember, beauty has a history and every trend has a story. Bye.